Yeah, you get the point. Programming can be very fun and useful if you do it the right way, but a lot of people end up quitting early because they start off like this.
Yeah, you get the point. Hacking can be incredibly fun and lucrative if you do it the right way, but most people end up quitting after 2 weeks because they start off like this.
Well, that was cringe. And it keeps going for 6 minutes straight, word for word, bar for bar. Same words, same format, same title, same thumbnail. Now, I could make a whole video complaining about plagiarism, this guy and a few more cybersecurity people. You know, how they make slop, waste your time, and sell you useless stuff that you can get for free. But drama content is parasitic and trash, and I'd just be going for low-hanging fruit. There are some things in this world that I absolutely hate. And I'm gonna talk about 2 of them. This and this. Actually, wait, I'm a YouTuber, I need money. This one is completely free and really cool, so hear me out. Opera GX is the most customizable browser that I've ever seen, and it has a ton of features. Built-in adblock, VPN, privacy protection against trackers. You can have custom animations, background music, sound effects, typing effects, fonts, pretty much anything you want. Look. Usually when something looks this incredible, it lags a lot, but for me it ran better than Chrome and most other browsers that I tried. It's also easy to install and swap to because it has a quick import feature that lets you take your stuff straight from your old browser into your new Opera. With all the cool extra gaming features, you have no reason to use an old boring browser anymore. So switch to Opera with the link in the description, and thanks for sponsoring the video. So lately I've been playing a lot of Valorant, and since I don't come from a shooter background, I'm not particularly good at it. So naturally, as a competitive person, I went straight to YouTube and I wanted to know how to get better. And then this guy kept popping up, so I checked out his channel. His videos looked like they were gonna be really useful and actually gonna teach me important stuff. So I watched one, but I didn't really feel satisfied, so I watched another, and it kept going. I only heard vague and obvious stuff and nothing that's actually useful and practical. Every video would start off with credentials, have some sort of plug, and then another one at the end. Plug! And it was clear that the only reason they existed was to get you to buy his program. And that's when I realized, oh no, it's a grifter. Even the videos that do have useful information repeat the same basic stuff that most people already know. And that's my biggest problem with these channels. They know that beginner videos get by far the most views out of any type of video. So they make stuff that appeals to beginners, but then they run out of things to say. So how are you gonna make hundreds of hours of content of just yapping to get views if you can finish all of the info that you need in 10 minutes? Well, you just repeat yourself and you repackage it with different thumbnails and make people think that they're gonna miss out if they don't watch your video. Also, it's kind of funny that right when my channel got on the radar for cybersecurity and I had anime thumbnails, this guy completely switched to anime like a week later. Repetitive stuff in entertainment is completely fine because people know what they're getting themselves into. I watched hundreds of episodes of Ito playing Minecraft on his single player world and I was never disappointed. But in education, it's just a complete waste of time. Bruh, come on, what is this? I gave you one example, but there's hundreds of them and many much worse examples. So my problem is not with one person, it's with YouTube constantly promoting it. No, crin, you can't describe the content as cancer, they're gonna cry about harassment again. Oh, and speaking of bad content, oh my god, bro, don't get me started on shorts. This is like an entire chapter by itself. And why are people making shorts of my content?
This programmer destroyed a Minecraft server's entire economy in just 4 days.
Sped up text-to-speech voice and parkour in the background. And you're not even subscribed and you use white theme? Nah, you need Jesus. Wait, 50k likes? How many views does this have?
There's no way! Say you swear to God!
Anyway, my problem is with YouTube promoting it because there's good content out there. I found this one video from Dopai that barely has any views where he goes really in depth on one of the maps in Valorant and gives a lot of really good useful information with examples from pro games and he breaks everything down. I found aim routines, really useful videos, and while he does have a course, this guy's just really good at making content that's actually educational. And despite all of this, he barely gets any views. And that's the problem, and not just for Valorant but for every topic. In fitness, the most popular videos are usually the worst. They have tens of millions of views but straight up have a ton of misinformation and inefficient techniques.
No one should be allowed to make outlandish, obviously false claims like that and still be taken seriously as a fitness coach.
Pull down like you're doing a lat. Pull down.
I'm gonna have a heart attack.
When somebody asked me how to get into the AD carry role in League, I didn't link them pro guides or skill capped or any other trash. I gave them a whole list of lesser known videos and the main guide came from this guy, which has 20k subs that I've never heard of before, just because it was a good video. And the best micro breakdowns of advanced gameplay come from Korean and Chinese channels that never get recommended. And some of you might be saying, oh well, how stupid can you be to fall for that? It's extremely obvious. Well, they're beginners. They don't know any better. They're targeted towards people that have no idea about the field or the topic at all, so then when they Google it, they see a big channel with professional editing and they just assume that since they're well established, they actually give good advice or they're going to be helpful. And there's another issue that I have. There's channels like Jeff Nipper that actually make good videos that are informative and generally pretty good and appreciated by the community, regardless of recent controversies. But even when the videos are useful, as a beginner, I'm going to see that and I'm going to realize that it's a good content creator, but they don't have one concise guide or roadmap that tells you everything you need to know. So because you know the channel is good, it makes you feel like you need to watch all of their videos, which are usually hundreds of videos, so that you don't miss out on useful information. Chat, am I gonna need to make that workout video myself? Or one for competitive games? Well, competitive games except Valorant, because you know, I'm bad. I don't know why I did that. Because I don't like just randomly ranting for no reason, let me give you some solutions. So if you want to learn something, find someone that's really good and ask them one-on-one what sort of content you should consume, rather than just giving yourself to the mercy of the algorithm. You'll see that people that are passionate about something are generally really nice to beginners, especially in more niche communities. And they're gonna help you a lot without even asking for anything in return. When it comes to content creators, pay attention to how much of the video is actually useful and how much feels like you could easily skip through it. If they start yapping about mentality, mindset, and vague, non-specific, obvious information, just click off the video and never watch the content creator again. Unless you're already a high performance athlete looking for performance coaching or you have an IQ of 70, then that sort of content is just complete slop and brain rot. Non-technical mindset stuff is what gurus and grifters do the most. We do the most. Let me summarize it for you. If you're learning something knowledge-based, you should be looking to absorb as much information as you can without burning out. That's it. If you're trying to get better at something competitive like sports or esports, you should do a lot of repetitions while focusing on your technique and then analyze your gameplay afterwards. You need to make active decisions and then reflect on if your decision was good or not. Basically, just don't autopilot and you're gonna improve automatically. And lastly, try to find a way to enjoy what you're doing at least occasionally so that you don't burn out and you have a higher chance to get obsessed with that topic, which will lead to you improving much faster. And for popular topics like fitness, finance, cybersecurity, programming, gaming, you have a lot of free information. In fact, pretty much every course you're gonna find is just gonna be repackaged public information that they're selling to you. So just do the free research. And I did give the grifters publicity, but please don't buy their shitty courses. Like, I think that much is obvious. The sad part is that the people watching these videos have a really long grind ahead of them. And the only reason they're watching them is to make their journey more efficient and save time. And yet the videos just waste a ton of time instead, which is specifically the opposite of what they need. In conclusion, and when it comes to people like Kompeki, I kind of feel bad when they try to go out of their zone and make something new like this, which is actually a pretty cool concept, and then it just completely flops, at least compared to other videos. I was in a similar situation in cybersecurity where I said everything that needed to be said. I tried to get creative with it and it kind of flopped, and that really demotivated me, so I could have done what all of these people do and just went back to my usual videos and just say the same things over and over again. But then instead of caring about the numbers and the money, I wanted to make cool personal projects and stuff that I would actually enjoy and be proud of, such as the MMORPG that I'm making now that lets you get better at aiming and also gets you XP and items along the way, so it's actually fun and also productive for shooters and stuff. I'm gonna release it for free, so if anyone wants to help me with it and is good at any of this stuff, just message me on Discord. Sometimes I wasted hundreds of hours of my life on a complete flop, even though I think the video turned out really well and I'm proud of it. And then other times it completely boosted my channel and it made me who I am today. It's so funny to me that I'm so salty about the anime video underperforming that I mentioned it in every single one of my videos. You can look at channels like Nade King for Counter-Strike. Look at how much creativity is in that channel. I don't even play Counter-Strike. I don't even like Counter-Strike, and I occasionally watch some of those videos because they're pretty cool. So why do we keep doing this, guys? You're like the highest rank in the game. You have the capacity to be entertaining. But as always, it's all about money, and greed ruins everything. Thanks for watching. Oh, and if you like my older videos, I'm posting similar stuff on my second channel now. And I appreciate you sticking around till the end, because most people would have left by now.
Hokel, on the other hand, is struggling with Ren.
Whatever this is. Munchmallow. Oh, that one looks good. It's like caramel.